So what's your length when it comes to making music? Like, how long does it take you for you to finish a song of yours, a project? And how long does it take you to do the mixing, the mastering, and then just like ship it off to labels?
So it depends on the project. For dubstep and like really packed projects, and also depends on like the inspiration I have, like the amount of motivation I have to do it, and like the energy. I can get the idea done in like a couple hours, and then it'll take me like a day or two to have like it could be like that. I start the outline of the song and I finish it, right. And then all I do is just groom the track, add more, and add more. So it can be like 2 to 3 days, but then I always work on it more, especially when it gets signed. I'm like, hey, give me some more time. I'm going to polish this.
That's pretty dope. And how many times have you ever get signed from a label, and how many times have you ever got rejected by it?
Rejected, signed. So it all started when my music got good enough that I started winning contests. I had won the remix contest in 2018 for Party Thieves. Oh, so that was one of my biggest songs at the time. I think I had like 150 or 170,000 on Spotify.
Oh shit!
So that was one of my big wins at the time. Then I signed 2 EPs with another label, 99 Lives, and those were like. And it doesn't work that way. You have to have like rejections. It doesn't come this way. I had those 2 things. I did them and I immediately got the win. So then I was like, I felt unstoppable. I was like, okay, the next one, we're winning this as well. Like I was like, let's go. Then I lost some competitions and I was like, oh shit. And it really tells you that it may not be because they don't like you. It's just not your time yet with them.
Elaborate more. Yet. Yeah, elaborate more.
And then you'll keep evolving on your sound, and then you look back to the music that you sent. I look back to a lot of songs that I sent, and I was like, holy shit, why didn't they accept it? And then now I listen to it, I'm like, yeah, duh, that was shit, And you just got to give yourself time. That's why I said, like you said, Monster Cat, this and that. It just needs some time. Like I need to get myself ready for it, and it's not on me. It's really like I can try hard, but if it's not my time, it's not my time. You've gotta trust your path. It all happens when it's meant to be.
Okay. But yeah, your music is actually very unique and talented that I'm surprised that not many of these labels has ever found you. Or have you sent some of these songs to a bunch of labels, like besides
for a period of time I wasn't taking care of my releases and this and that. I had management, so during that time I think they sent a lot of my stuff. My newer stuff is so much better, and
right.
I think I've already sent to some labels, but I need to push more. But the way I work as an individual, I'm very, I work like 1-to-1. If I meet you, just sit down, talk with you, you get to understand me, I get to meet you. And that's how they can really see who I am and what I'm trying to do and where I want to take this. Because an email can only do so much.
Right.
Someone meets you in person, they can read you and understand you and vibe with you, and see if they want to work with you or not.
I agree.
It's a huge part of this industry. It's really about what you do, who you are, and unfortunately, who you know.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of lame artists out there that don't even make their music. They just know the right people.
Oh my God, bro. You
hate to see it, but that's how it works.
You don't even know half of the story. And sometimes some of these lame artists that actually releases on the dopest labels, sometimes they don't even make the songs.
I know that.
And you're like, what the fuck? We're like, I'm the one who has my song is great. It's better than their crap.
And
like they don't know how to mix. They don't know how to master. Why is it that their shit is on there and mine hasn't been it? But it's because of what you're saying.
You're selling a show. You're selling the tickets.
You're selling a show. You know your people. It's who you know around. That's how you get all your people. That's how you get all these releases. I can name you over 20 artists that I know up to this day that they're whack as fuck. and that they don't know how to mix properly or master properly. Like, and their song quality is just hot garbage. Yet they get to release in Subsidia and Disciple and Never Say Die and Monster. Well, not Monster. Monster Cat actually has a very high standard
got
of
some really cool. They've got a cool roster. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a high standard of musicians. Like, you need to be a high level guy or a high level talent for you to release a Monster God. Yeah, no, I can't say it. But Disciple, Never Say Die, Cannibal, probably I heard once or twice. Circus, sometimes I do, yeah. Subsidia, but Subsidia was probably the only one that I could say, like, there's so many whack of these. How the hell is my song not out there? And there's, yes, like, but it's because of who you know, because sometimes these demos labels or these promo emails that these labels have, I'll tell you a little dirty secret. Sometimes these are just spam folders of theirs.
Yeah, they don't even read them. I know.
No, yeah. They have it just so that way people will stop asking them,
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. The few labels that have the actual promo list and they read it and they open it, it's very few, But the rest, yeah, it's just they have it as a spam folder and don't even take advantage of looking at it.
Others get paid to review music on Label Radar.
Say what?
Others get paid to review music on like Label Radar.
Oh yeah, Label Radar. Label Radar is actually pretty dope, but that's probably the only realist submission that I can say that that you can send stuff and they will listen to it. They'll whenever they get a chance, because sometimes they actually tell you like you're not interested and they explain you the reasons behind it. And you're like, oh okay, I appreciate it. Now I know what I gotta do next time. Now I know how to get their attention and shit, and whatnot.
Oh yeah, definitely. I need to come to Miami, bro. I need to come to Miami.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna feel at home when you go to Miami, bro, for sure.
Oh shit, bro.
Yeah, no, crazy, like that's that's where you wanna go hang around and party. That's party land, basically.
Hey man, music, sexy girls, maybe some tequila,
Hey. Well, definitely all the above, you're gonna see it in Miami and more.
Oh yeah, definitely, man.
And more. Oh. Bro, like something about working in the nightlife, it kind of
you see a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
you see a lot of stuff. I'm sure.
No.
It's a dirty place, man. I've seen a lot myself. I'm like, I'm about to be 21. I'm a kid.
Oh,
and I've seen some stuff. I'm like, yo. So one thing about me is, okay, yes, I now have like tequila bottles in my studio, but. Yeah. I stopped eating meat for a year.
Damn.
I don't drink now. I'm having fun. I just did the military. It's summer. I'm feeling good. Right. We're having fun. But normally, I'm very disciplined. I eat healthy. I exercise. No drugs. No, thank you. I don't feel the need. It doesn't I don't have the curiosity. My mom was a very cool parent. She was like, do whatever you want. Just be responsible. This is what this does. This is what this does. Know your limits.
Right.
And that's one thing about like parenting is like if you limit your kids, if you tell them don't do this, they're gonna fucking do it.
Boom. So, I agree. I agree. And that's why I'm
for being cool.
Shout out to the moms out there, the cool as fuck. Shout out to my mom as well. She's a very number one fan of my show. She listens to my show religiously.
Hola mama.
Hola mama. But yeah, my parents actually, they really, what you just say, they taught me of how to be responsible. It's like, these are the consequences of doing this and doing that. Like, this is why you shouldn't do this. This is why you should do this. This is why if you want to drink, do this. If you're going to experiment this, be careful. Make sure you're not driving. Make sure you're with somebody that you can trust. Make sure that you did this. And like, they did the whole thing. And that's why it never got me that curiosity as well of experimenting with drugs. The closest thing I ever experimented with drugs was probably weed.
Yeah.
That's it. Smoking weed. That's because the majority of the people have been...
That's fine. I feel like alcohol is worse.
Yeah, I know alcohol is definitely worse because
it'll inspire some horrible things.
Yeah. The problem that I had with weed is that it made me lazy.
I have friends that smoke a lot of weed, and it's really frustrating.
Yeah,
because I'll be like with them driving, and they're just too slow. I'm very, focused
Yeah, let's
and
go.
smart,
Yeah.
street smart.
Yeah,
Street
street
smart.
smart.
If you have, it's okay. I love them. They're really funny. They're the funny ones. The ones that
Right.
smoke weed, they're funny ones.
Yeah, no, like I had to stop it because it's just like, man, it was just making me slow. It wasn't making me feel creative. I was just too lazy to do anything. So I immediately
Mhm.
stopped that. And then once I entered the real nightlife scene here in Miami, that's where
Mhm.
I stopped altogether drinking as well. Because I basically
Yeah.
had to work every
It'll
fucking
destroy
weekend.
you, man. It'll
No, yeah.
destroy people.
Yeah. Especially when you work every weekend. Like,
And it's expensive.
yeah, like
It's like smoking. Like even some people that I met in the army, they spend a lot of money just on like smoking
oh, bro,
cigarettes.
that's too
It's so
much, bro.
stupid.
That's no, like you
Take
better
care.
off.
Take care of your body. Take care of
Yeah.
your mind.
Yeah,
What you feed your mind and your body is who you are. So
I agree, bro. Both,
feed it the good stuff.
and that's something that I've seen so many artists, including the touring life. Like they cope with a strong mental health issue that they have it, and the only escape for them is just drugs and alcohol. And like
Yeah.
I've seen so many people get destroyed by that, especially Io. Rest in peace to Garrett Lockhart. That was Io, man. Like that guy, he had a very unhappy life. I don't know if you've heard of him or if you heard of his music.
I have. I only got to touch on his music a little bit,
Right.
not too much, but I saw what happened. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I never touched his music either, but I met the guy and he was just a sweetheart. But when
Good
you're
looking guy too, like young. You hate to see it.
Avicii had the same problem too.
Okay. Yeah.
Drugs and alcohol, and
Yeah.
that shit comes as a bag, and then it'll destroy you both physically and mentally, and then it gets to a point that your body's gonna reject that and can't handle it anymore. It's just gonna shut down altogether. And that's so sad, man.
Right.
And that's why sometimes when I see these people when they're on that party life, it's like, just be careful, dude. Just because, like, when was the last time you ate? What was the last time you had water? What was
Yeah.
the last time you actually had an actual sleep? Because when you're into the touring life, like the most you're gonna be losing is sleep, because you're gonna be traveling all around. You'll be jet lagged from state to state or area to area, country to country. Like sleep is gonna be like the one thing you're gonna be missing in all this.
Mm.
And if you're not disciplined like you are, like I am, you're gonna let the whole, after your show ends, then you're just gonna stay and continue to party, and then more shit, and then that shit can just spiral down like crazy, And I've seen so many people go through that shit, and it's like, yeah, bro.
I'm still super young to have friends that have been affected by it, but
right.
yeah, I know what you mean, and that's why I said that's why I tend to avoid things that harm me or set me back.
Yeah,
I like to attract and surround myself with people and activities that push me forward as a human.
I agree, and you're young, like you haven't experienced this yet, and you got a whole life ahead of you, man, right now, and but you're gonna experience some of this, and these are some of the stuff that you will be seeing.
I got to see a lot of things when I toured in the US.
In the US,
yeah, got to see a lot of things that I was like, whoa.
Yeah, no, like
good and weird and strange and fun and all of it,
Yeah, no, I've seen all the above, man. I've seen all the above. It got to a point that oh my god, I might sound misogynistic when I say this, but it got to a point that when I see hot girls, I just don't like them. I don't find them attractive. Like I see them like
okay. You want to talk about girls? All right. As an artist, I feel like alcohol, drugs, and sex can affect your career. It can really affect your career. What you do, you've got to be smart about your moves, man.
Very careful. That's why in my writer, I always tell, like in my writer, like, oh, I just won 6 bottles of water, 6 six bottles of
It was me. It was me. It was like
yeah,
water, Red Bull, and tacos. That's it. I want some burritos. If you can do that, or else it's all right. Just some protein bars is fine.
I usually eat before I go to the places, but I just ask for water and beer. And sometimes if
Yeah.
I really want to get lit, I'll just get a Jägermeister because like that's my
Uh-huh.
favorite drink. But nothing crazy, you know. Like I always that, and
I'm looking at the bottle right now. Yeah, that's
I always say this. Like this is very important. I always tell my writer, I don't want any women that does not work in the place in the establishment.
oh really? Oh, so you want the space to yourself? You want the green room to yourself?
I don't mind talking with the promoters or the people that work in the place. I don't mind being by myself because usually I'm traveling to myself. I'm all me. Like I'm my own tour manager. I am my own boss. You know, like I do all the things. But even so, if I have to,
so you don't want any women inside the room.
Zero. If who are you?
I
like seriously, who are you?
Don't
do you
talk to
work
me.
here? Like
What do you want?
what are you doing here? Like you gonna take a picture here? No, it has to be outside. I'm sorry. I would love to take a picture, but outside. You know, not here in the green room. Like no. Because it's crazy. I don't know how crazy have you met any of the Western women here in the States, but it's crazy enough that it got me that level of guard that I don't want any women in here because they'll come up with the gnarliest stories ever, and then your name gets dragged into the mud, bro. And
yeah. I've been threatened about that. Like I don't want to talk about it too much.
No. Like, we don't need to talk about it. But this is just a more.
No. It's fine. I'm comfortable. I don't care. You know, I'm always honest, and
right.
it gets scary sometimes.
No,
you know?
And it sucks. It sucks that
if your intentions are pure, and that's one thing about me is that you know if your intentions are pure, you know you'll never be, you know the truth will always show.
Right.
But there's people out there that you know want to use you, and if they don't get what they want, they'll try and bring you down.
Yeah, basically,
you know, that's what's stupid about it.
I know,
but I'll be honest. I'll be honest, man. I'm the one that brings. I'm the one that brings the girls, man. I'll pull up with like 6-7 chicks, and be fine. We'll have a good time. But when I'm touring, I want to be professional. Like when I was in the US, I met a lot of attractive girls, and when it came to like I was partying, we had this after party with like Steve Aoki. So we did the festival. And then one of the guys that owns like the clubs, he was like, "Yo, I'm doing this after party with Steve Aoki. You want to come with us?" And that was really funny because like I had a flight at like 7 a.m. from Houston, Texas to New York.
Oh.
And I look at my manager. I'm like, so like this guy wants me to go to the Steve Aoki after party. Can I go? And so I had two managers at one time at that time, and one was like, "No way! If you miss that flight, we are fucked." And the other one's like, "You're like 19. Go have fun. When are you gonna party with Steve Aoki again? You never know. Go." So we go, and back to what I was trying to say is like, when I was touring, I wanted to be focused. I wanted to be professional and not forget why I'm there. Like we can have fun, but remember why you're there. You know what you're doing.
Right.
Don't get carried away. It's really easy to get carried away.
Absolutely.
And distracted.
Yeah, no, like I said, I'm a very multi-purpose person. Like I've done from audio engineering, well, I'm still am, to music production, to DJing, to be the guy who sets up the stages at Ultra and shit. Be the guy who actually does the LED walls.
I can see you do that, yeah.
Yeah, and
with the walkie-talkie and the Bluetooth speaker, like
yeah, that
I'm gonna need someone in Section 8.
Yeah, we called that So the guy or behind the boards. So the guy who does the stages and whatnot, we call it audio strikers or A2s, and the A1s are the people behind the boards, and then the guys who does the LED shit is called the LED techs. Because that's us basically putting all the images out there for and then just play around. We're literally playing around. So whenever the drop hits, we're just basically like
Yeah.
I've done that for 3 years, 3.5 years in the Clevelander Hotel in South Beach, and that was like one of my favorite things to do, you know.
Mm.
But I've seen everything. I'm telling you, when I was in every position, I've seen everything. And when I mean about everything, I mean I've seen to the point that I saw in the middle, in the middle of the streets, some old woman giving a BJ to an old dude. World star, you know, and we're like, okay, so we're just gonna pretend this is normal.
Hey,
All right, got it.
I'll even be honest, man. When I was in a relationship last year, because was when I got back from touring,
yeah,
I was in such a good spot in my life, and this is my take on relationships. If you're not happy with yourself, don't get into a relationship. If you're not where you want to be in life and happy alone, don't get into a relationship.
Yep.
So I was in a spot where I was really happy. I was very confident. I felt accomplished, and I was ready for a relationship. But even when I did have a girlfriend, when I was ready to like start, traveling again, I didn't really want to bring her with me. I wanted to go by myself because there would be a chance that, like, I want to be focused. I don't want anything to happen.
Any distractions
any distractions that might mess up my goal, my plan,
Yeah.
So
yeah. I agree because at the time that I was doing all this nasty stuff and doing the touring and shit and whatnot, I was not with my girl. I haven't even met her before. Like it was only after that I got myself my career job, established. Like, oh shit, I got this. Now I can focus more on music production. I can focus on engineering. Now I can actually do all this shit. I can start my podcast. That's when I was in a happy place.
Yeah.
And that's where I met my girl, and we've been together for 2.5. We're gonna about to complete 2 years together. I'm looking forward.
Nice.
And the cool thing about her is that she's not into EDM at all. Like she hates that.
I know.
She hates it.
I've been
but
she's supportive.
She supports me.
Yeah.
She's very supportive, and she doesn't want me to bring her to any parties. Like if I ever get booked for a DJ gig or something like that, or a festival, like she doesn't want to. Like she doesn't like. She's okay not to go. So I was like, okay, you
hit the jackpot, man.
Yeah, I know. But even so, I'm still following my writers. It's like, I don't want any women near me. The fuck? Like, who the fuck are you? I don't know you. Get out of here. Shit.
It goes back to what I was saying. If you're confident and happy with yourself,
yeah,
it'll because your confidence alone, when the doors are closed behind the walls, what you do when you're alone, how you feel with yourself, is basically what spirals all your relationships. If you're not confident, you'll be jealous. If you're jealous, there's a lot of unnecessary things that are going to happen, and it's just tiring. So your girl trusts you, because you're responsible, you're mature, you know what you're there for. You're here to do that, no distractions.
Yeah, basically, like she knows everything. Like I've told her everything about everything. Like I told her everything that when I used to work in the Clevelander, when I used to do all the ultra shit and Life in Color and the touring and like she knows everything. She knows every little dark secret that's ever come out of I've experienced. Like she trusts me completely that if I ever get booked, like she knows like nothing's gonna happen, and she knows I'm gonna be responsible. And it's because I've always put this mindset of to myself. I put this law to myself, and I go by it. When I'm I'm at work. My mind is
there. You go.
Work
goes
mode.
Back to what I was saying. When I was in the US, I had a lot of opportunities, a lot of pretty girls, but it was like, I'm like right next to the people that I've been listening to since I started. I'm like halfway around the globe, and there's people that actually know who I am, listen to my music. This is big for me. I'm not gonna, get distracted because there's like a,
and
a cool 30 minutes in the bathroom,
Yeah, no.
It'll fuck up some relationships. You gotta be mature and
I agree. And then that goes back to my second law, which is that one that that's like labeled into my body, into my core, that I will tell this to everybody. Never crap where you eat.
Literally and metaphorically.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Bad idea.
Bad idea. Which is why I have no issues, which is why I'm okay, which is why I'm happy, and I can focus my job, because as long as number 2 is in check, number 1 is already done. Like it's a done deal,
Yeah, man.
And I never had an issue with that. That
like girls, alcohol, partying, this and that.
No.
You can do that. You can do that outside.
Yeah, like you can do it outside of your work, when you're not networking or you're doing something else. That's fine, and that's fine. You can
that's one thing about fame and success in general. Like people sometimes want it for the wrong things. Well, they want success to get the fame. They want success to get the girls, the money. But for me, like I said, when I was telling you that I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, the whole idea of being a superhero and remaining anonymous is why I'm wearing the mask as well. Right. Is because, it's better like that.
Yeah.
I don't want the fame. Me as a person, I don't want the fame. What I do and my message to become as big as possible. I want the fame to be there. I personally, I'm telling you, this chameleon animal represents me 100%,
Right.
And I'm very solo. I pick the people I want and I don't really care. Anything more than that, I don't want that.
Preach, man. Preach.
Success, money, this and that.
That comes and goes. It's short-term thing, It's like you'll have it and then poof, done. That's it.
I want power.
That's everlasting.
I want power. I want to be able to affect people. I want to be able to do big things, great things, do good. But that's all I want.
Like your favorite character, with great power comes great responsibility. Exactly.
I've got one. Wait, check this out. So he's got this suit, and it's like me.
Holy shit, that's dope. Which version of Spider-Man is that?
I got this in Chicago. Wait, even this suit is in the game as well.
But is that like Spider-Man like 88 or in 89? Future Spider-Man, Miles Morales Spider-Man, like which Spider-Man is this?
Night something. I don't know which one it is.
Damn, bro, you're lucky enough to find that one Spider-Man with a spider suit that's all green. It just fits you.
This was at GameStop. I was at Chicago. It was my last stop of the tour. I was in Chicago for a week.
Right.
And I went to GameStop and I bought a bunch of like anime figures and stuff like that. Brought Odie some cool alien.
Oh shit.
Alien figures. And I found this guy. I was like, yo. Because look at this, man. This is what I designed for me.
Right.
And there's a Spider-Man character.
Yeah, bro. Like you can tell, cool? Like it's almost the same, man. Like you can tell that the reference is right there.
Yeah,
that's pretty dope. Here, let me show you some of my favorite things that I like to collect. I'm pretty sure you would know when I show you. Hold on, I don't want this to fall when I grab it. Can you tell what this is?
Power Rangers? No.
Shit,
I'm sorry. Which one is it?
These are Gundams.
I'm like fucking Power Rangers.
I like the Power Rangers, not gonna lie, but these are Gundams. These are like my favorite anime show that it's all about robots. It's basically human piloting robots.
I've got the Transformers. I've got all the Transformers.
Optimus Prime is like around there in my bookshelves around.
Yeah, look. You can see them.
Oh right shit! No, they're ready to go. They're ready to go. There. That's the thing. They're ready to go.
And I've got don't chase people, chase dreams.
Don't chase people, chase things. Damn, that's actually a pretty cool.
Chase dreams.
That's actually pretty cool, man. So what other anime shows or mangas that you normally like to watch or see?
Okay, so as I said, Odie was the one who got me into manga and anime. He was like, yo, watch Death Note. I'm like, what is that? I don't watch series. It's really hard to get me hooked on a series. Like, watch it. I'm like, no. He's like, watch it. No. Then he plays the episode. I'm suddenly hooked on one Death Note. Then we're hooked on Tokyo Ghoul. Then we're hooked on One Punch. Then we watched Attack on Titan.
Oh,
Then Boku no Hero.
oh,
And then there was this other one with the phone. What was it called? Maybe that one. Mirai Nikki.
no, I don't know that one. But all the ones that you mentioned, yes, I've seen it. I'm a fan to all of those. You know, if damn One Punch Man, that's actually pretty dope. Yeah, well, right now they're doing they're releasing the final season of Attack on Titans. You know, like the manga's already done. Now they're gonna doing another alternative ending because nobody liked the ending of Attack on Titans.
They're doing an alternative. That's crazy.
Yeah, because the manga was finished. So right now the final season is about to go air soon, but nobody was happy for the how it ended. And I was like, it ended good. Like it ended just the way I expected to end. Like I believe it should have ended like that. I don't know any other ways, but because of that popularity, like people were just so mad how it ended that they decided to like, oh, we're gonna do an alternative ending out of it, so people can be stop bitching and watch it. Yeah, I know. Boku no Hero, like another great series.
Yeah, all of these really inspired me, because I'm currently writing the story to Lost Chameleon.
And that what's cool about it is that the ones that you've mentioned so far are mostly superhero animes or mangas.
That's me.
Yeah, so it definitely fits with your story, being the superhero, So it's actually pretty cool.
I'm all about like the theme I'm trying to push is actually it's kind of funny because I basically went through what my story conveys the past year. It's all about getting lost, like completely hitting rock bottom, being able to fight through, being brave enough to fight, to get back up and reach your goals and succeed in whatever it is you want to accomplish. So it's about this boy who gets teleported from planet Earth to another planet, figures out that there's these like other planets that are all linked up.
Yeah.
In the back over there, you see
I see the whiteboard. Yeah.
So I've got like this galaxy formed. I was writing all the planets.
Yeah.
So basically he has to like go through all the planets in order to end up back on Earth. And like each planet has, obviously different environments, different challenges and different monsters that'll block his way. So he has to find the portals. He has to be strong enough, brave enough, and just keep pushing. He constantly, I want it to be that he constantly like gets broken, He's like, he goes through so much pain, but something that I admire and I want to, be myself is resilient.
Right.
And just be able to push through and accomplish,
That's pretty dope, man. If I can make you a suggestion of an anime or a manga that I believe you will like, it's called Black Clover.
Black Clover. Oh, have you seen the Black Clover? I need to throw something at him.
Oh, because he's not listening.
He's got his headphones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's in his zone.
Have you seen Black Clover? Black Clover. Some anime.
Manga.
No.
I will. It's by the people who sketch Anime Clover are the same people who did Attack on Titans. But the sketching.
It's the same people that did Attack on Titan.
I will tell you this. I'll give you like a brief out of it because it's actually pretty good, and I feel like it's something that you can actually gravitate towards it. It's basically about this boy who lives in this world that's all filled with magic and power, and it's all surrounded by kingdoms and everybody has a magic power. There's like elves and dwarves and other shit, they all coexist together, and he was born without magic. So he's just basically, they look at him as this hopeless guy. Like he's never going to be a magic knight because that's the whole thing, that everybody wants to be a knight and they want to be a captain and they want to be the wizard king, they'll be the king of all wizards and blah, blah, blah. And this kid basically is a peasant. He had no magic and everybody was doubting him. But the thing about him is that he has the willingness of never giving up. And he said himself, like, I don't care if I don't have magic. I'm going to be the next Wizard King. Like, I'm going to be the next big guy,
That's
and
it.
he does everything in his power. And it turns out he ends up having better type of magic that nobody can fuck with. Like nobody can have that, and nobody can go against him about it, because it's just the magic itself is so OP. But then he uses that power for good, and he protects his people. He protects his followers. He protects the weak. Like he doesn't want to become a wizard king just to become the wizard king. He wants to become the wizard king so that way he can change the narrative of like everybody should be born equal. Everybody's equal. Everybody should treat everyone equally. It doesn't matter if you're high status, low status, medium status. Like, no, we should be equal.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be the next wizard king, so that way everybody could be equal, you know, because if a kid like me who has no magic and no power can become a wizard king, then what's your excuse? Then what you can do? So that's an amazing storyline that I enjoy, and it has so many mythologies behind it. Like it got so many mythologies from Norse mythology, from Greek mythology, folklore mythology, you know, when it comes to elves, dwarves, and dark elves and devils and shit like that. Like it had so many reference to all these mythologies, and the guy who made it was just like on point. And it's definitely a manga and an anime, because they did an anime show. But the manga, I mean, you can read it whenever you get a chance, or you can see it. It's on point, and I highly recommend you, because it definitely fits the narrative of what you're trying to get to.
Definitely.
So yeah, man. Oh man, let's see what we got. What do we got? All right, so we got like a few more questions, and we can wrap this up. All right, man.
I just saw the screen share feature on Zoom. I was wondering if you want me to show you some of my
absolutely
projects.
Go for it. Let's see what you got. See.
All right, so here's one I just wrote. Some of the punk stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I hear it. I hear it.
Take time, I don't really worry about that. If she wants me, I don't really care about that. Cause I had you, yeah, I really had you like that. Really had you like that. All I ever wanted was a pretty girl on my lap. You gave me another toxic relapse. Yeah, I wasted all the time I couldn't get back. Yeah, I couldn't get back. Now I'm alone. I'm better off alone than with you. Rose on my phone.
Vocals here need some work.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a cute love. I'm better off alone than with you. Photos on my phone. Oh baby, you're toxic but kinda cute. Yeah, you're kinda cute.
Very, very naked. It needs a lot of work. It's just a sketch.
Great.
But yeah, I just wrote that like in one night. I was like, yo, I need to get this off my chest.
That's actually pretty dope. Like I can't wait to hear the final end project for that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shit. What do you want to hear? Want to hear some dubstep? You want to hear some melodic stuff?
I'm here.
Like?
I'm here to listen to anything, man. Anything about everything, bro. Trance. You know, I will say this: out of the house tracks that you made, I know I heard some progressive house that you did, right? I honestly do not fuck with it that much. Like I didn't like it. Me personally, me.
Yeah.
I fuck with everything else that you had. You know.
Yeah, the progressive stuff is more of like the 2015 me. That's what I used to listen to. Right. I was like, holy shit, I need to try something like this. I'm just jamming there with the arps.
Can you go back again to the drop of that song?
Drop.
Yeah, of that song. Yeah, it sounds dope. That was definitely one of my favorite songs that I put on my list.
Yeah, you like the more melodic color-based stuff, eh?
Bro, I'm basically a big bass guy. Like, if you give me a good drum and bass with melodic stuff, like
drum and bass, bro.
Bro, one of my favorite people, Pendulum, Coven, Fod Stevenson when he does his remix of drum and bass stuff, like that's like literally legendary shit, you know?
Oh yeah.
Let me see. Like, oh, my brothers, Josh and Pat from Mold Step. Shout out to those guys.
Oh, sick, man. I use some of their sounds when I produce. This is another one that's completely new, like festival trap and like some hardcore stuff. I'm writing this with my boy Elvis. It's completely unmixed, horrible mix.
All right.
This is just the idea.
Okay.
And then we went crazy. The second drop, it was normally like D&B, and then I just completely switched this to something like this.
Right here.
Check this out. This is me just going nuts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's a lot of work, but yeah, we're getting there.
Bro, I knew it was coming double step. I just felt that when you say it was like, oh yeah, I switched it to something
Hardcore.
different than DMB, I was like, oh, he went double step. I guarantee, like, because that's what I did in some of my old trap drunks. One thing I will tell you, as a person that I make a lot of trap music, on the first drop, you know that you actually hit hard with the stuff. Second half of the drop, it went kind of like
It's gotta get fast. Mumba.
No, it went Mumba because I heard the don gang gong.
Yeah.
Made sure that that people can actually hear the dong gang 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 gang, that little shake and the snare, you know, so that way it pops out, you know. But yeah, bro, like I can hear it from there, and man, that sounds next level shit, bro.
I love the Latin stuff.
I think Superhero was another one one of my favorites. Tell you that at that part you should have actually kept it going with the hard style at that point. If you started off with psytrance, and then switch it up to hard style, and you know and then just leave the people going like, oh my god, this guy just went from this to this, and it's just like, holy shit, it's awesome, you know?
I'm just hammering everyone, you know, energy. That's something about me, like about my like what I aim to do with my show is just fucking kill them.
Yeah,
energy,
bro.
100%.
Just bangers, bro.
Bangers after bangers. But then I write like melodic stuff like this.
I love it, bro. I actually started messing around with melodic dubstep not too long ago, you know. So I'm still trying to get the hang of it, of how it's supposed to sound. And my biggest forte is just banger, dubstep, and trap. Like those are like my two biggest things. And now I'm getting into the drum and bass aspect of it because I definitely want to make melodic drum and bass, like the Coven and the Fat Stevensons, the shit like that. I love to do it because I love listening to it. It hypes me up. It gives me so much energy that like shit, it's so beautiful when they do it. Like I definitely want to get into that shit, you know. And so you know that's one of my things. And then obviously if I do it on melodic dubstep, I got to do it on drum and bass. So it's a must, you know.
Definitely, man.
Absolutely,
it's so fun.
It's fun, man, bro. Like I told you, it's like. I'm shocked that some of these labels hasn't discovered you, or some of these artists have like not picked up on your music and play on their shows. It's like your shit is literally next level, and your level of talent is like you can hear it, like it's there. Like this, like
thank you, I appreciate that.
Like I don't know what else to tell you, bro, other than you have it. I just like you have the gift. You got this. You know?
Thank you, man. I believe in this. You know, I'm putting 100% into it, and especially after what I've been through the past year.
Yeah,
I'm going 100% into this, and it's only a matter of time. I just need the right people to believe in me. I'm looking for a new team, new management, this and that. So I just need the right. Like we said, it's all about who you keep around, who you know, and who believes in you. You know, So you just need the right people to believe in you, and your time will come.
I agree, man. I hope you actually get. I hope that you actually do get the people that you know that you deserve to have as a team, and that look for you for your best interests and are there for you and you only. You know, because you definitely have the talent. You definitely got the brand. You're basically ready to pop out. I'm still shocked and surprised that not many of these labels have even found you. And this is one of the.
I've been really quiet. I'll be honest. I've been really quiet because I've been like busy with like some heavy life stuff. So
all right, that's fair. That's fair enough, man. But whenever you feel like it's that you got something to demonstrate or show it, like
so much.
Just bro, first people you should send it is to Rushdown. That's Chime's label.
Yeah,
they will fuck with that stuff. Halcyon is another label that they will fuck with that, and Monster Cat. Like send it over to those guys. I'm pretty sure they're gonna love it, man. You know, and if anything, if you get emails from some of these artists, send it over to them, man.
Okay.
Because they will know if your shit is the good shit. Then you know that's it. You know, it's a guaranteed thing. You know, so we're gonna wrap this up, man. Because it's like
4:20 a.m. here.
That's what's up, man. Before we leave, man, there's like a few more questions that I definitely want to ask you before, and it'll be very short ones. And I ask this to everybody: when it comes to sound designing, do you believe that the concept of sound designing is it a luxury or a necessity for your projects?
A luxury or a necessity?
Yeah.
Well, in terms of the culture of bass music, in dubstep, it's just like how advanced like your production is.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about, it's just like cooking. Like, do you need to grow your own tomatoes? Do you need to grow your own stuff? Obviously, if you do, you're more original. You'll always have your own sound. At the end, it's what you give to the people,
Right.
you know? So I know some very talented producers, some huge producers that say that they suck at sound design. And when I hear their music, I'm like, wow, how do you do that? It's so fun. Like, sound designing is super fun. Like, my best tracks are based off of like me hours and hours like sound designing and making weird noises and burning my ears.
Yeah.
You know? And then I've also have tracks where I'm like, ooh, a cool, like Mode Steps new sample pack. Holy shit, they've got some really cool like one shots.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you use those one shots and then you like mess around with like
you resample it.
You resample them, you put effects on them, and you turn it into like a completely different thing. Yeah. And sometimes you might even like be like, holy shit, I don't feel like making a growl bass. So you go search for one, you're like, you resample it a little bit or even not at all. You know, if it fits the puzzle,
right,
use it. It's Lego. You play Lego, you don't have to create the blocks yourself all the time. You can use some, you know. But sound design, obviously, like if you're making a song with just samples, like you won't get too far. You got to be original. So a good balance of everything.
One of the things I tell people is like, you know, my method of sound designing is resample, audio manipulation, adding effects, and resample it all over again. And
I do a lot with my voice. A lot with my voice. A lot. Just me and this thing. Man, like.
What do you do? Like, give me a pitch, like an example.
Oh, I can't sing. Oh, a pitch. Yeah, basically like I'll write the chords, I'll write the main leads, vocal chops, obviously, vocals, even basses. Sometimes I'll do like the drums, like I'll do like the hi-hats and just like add an EQ on them and there'll be hi-hats. Just use whatever you like. It's just have fun.
All from it for just doing this. That's it.
You know, I'll sample that into like a hi-hat.
See, this is exactly what people need to understand, man. Sound designing and resampling, that's the future, man. Like, that's how that's how unique your sound will be because it came from you.
No one else can make it, only you.
No, only you, you know? That's why my best friends of plugins is Serum when I resample it, and then I put plugin Portal. It's a granulator synthesizer. It's like illest shit you can ever find. It's like the best effect that you can ever add for resampling. I guarantee you make the gnarliest shit ever. Like, I can drop any sample and only takes any of the presets that synthesizer has, destroys it completely, and you will never know it came from that. And that's without adding any of the effects that I'll put. Like, I'll put a corpus and LFO and echoes and reverbs and EQs and OTT and saturators and this. What was the one the Simplifier always tells me to put the distortion, and you make the sickest shit ever, dude. Like, I love that's
I like the plugin called it's an Ozone plugin called Vocal Synth.
I used to have Vocal Synth.
It's so cool. You can, and for me that I want to do like cinematic characters and monsters and stuff like that, it helps a lot. It's really cool.
That's dope. I one of these days I want to be a voice actor because I actually tend to be very animated when I do my voice.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can definitely, I can see you do that.
I mean, most recently is me being an evil little monster. It's like, she'll die right in my lair.
Oh shit. We're gonna have to talk about that. I'll add you in like as a monster.
Hey, I'm more than happy to do this, man. And you know, I could be like
the Wilson alien.
Let's I'll be the Wilson alien, and
or you can be the chameleon.
He'll try to be a chameleon around here and try to camouflage myself with a little red. It's like, oh shit, what the hell is that?
This is a certified hood classic.
Only hood classics come over here. Certified guaranteed. Oh yeah.
And then that could make the goofy sound. Oh, yuck, oh, yuck.
Have you seen the little? IOBS keeps showing me this video of Goofy in like a murder trial. Yeah.
Yep. And then the Scooby. One last Scooby. Hello, Ravi. Scooby Dooby Doo.
I never watched Scooby Doo. I never enjoyed it. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Fucking say what you want. Powerpuff Girls was fire.
Ed and Eddie, Dexter,
Ed and Eddie,
Johnny Bravo.
Fucking, we had cable TV. We had Cartoon Network. All that shit.
I love Cartoon Network, man. I grew up with that shit, bro. I grew up with that era that it was dying out from the Looney Tunes, Scooby, and Tom and Jerry's and shit to the era of of Dexter's
Cartoon
Laboratory
Network.
and Powerpuff
Kids Next
Girls.
Door.
Kids Next Door. Oh, yeah. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Billy and Mandy. Who else? Oh, I need to sample those.
Johnny Bravo. Ha 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 ha.
Johnny Bravo. Fucking. And then I started like watching
Samurai Jack.
Oh shit, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack.
Had a really cool like D&B intro, didn't it?
Yeah, Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack. Samurai Jack. I was like,
that was fire, bro. I was like,
that's
waking
fire.
up
That's
every day watching that shit.
That was very fire. That was, yeah. All right, man. 3 more questions. What has been up to now your greatest accomplishment? It could be in general, it could be music related, it could be life, anything. What have been something that you're proud of?
Getting paid to go to the other side of the globe to perform my music in front of people that actually were fans and knew of me. And that whole experience, man, like that was when I knew that I really did it. You know, like it took me like a second to realize when I was hopping on the plane back.
Yeah.
I was like, you did it. You know, like if you go back in time to that kid who was sitting on the chair and listening to the people that are saying, you can't do this. If you go back and tell him you did this, he'd be very proud. So don't stop. Just don't stop. Don't listen to anyone but your gut feeling and trust your vision. So that's my biggest accomplishment, man. Like making it happen. And I know myself and I know that I get what I want if I'll just do whatever it takes. And that's it. The other metaphoric great accomplishment that I'm proud of myself for is really the same thing, not giving up and not letting things break me.
Right.
You know, I've been through a lot of pain the past year and I didn't break. And rather I really admire that I strive to elevate and evolve rather than break when things get hard. So
that's
one of my other
that's very cool,
favorite accomplishments. Just being able to thrive rather than suffer.
What are you currently doing and what are you hope to accomplish in the future?
All right. So I just finished the military. Obviously with like the whole quarantine thing, everything slowed down. It's been a year of just like pure self-development, challenges and this and that. And I just finished. So I've been in the studio recording new music, finishing other music that needs to be done. And I've got this collab with DJ Soda. It's a huge K-pop song. That's going to do some big things. And I'm just focused on anything that I didn't achieve this year. Just make it like letting loose a beast from like the cage, you know?
Right.
I'm here to kick some ass again. I'm free. I'm starting from zero and I'm ready to chase it again. And it's a great feeling because I'll tell you what, if I didn't go to the military, if I didn't lose my father, if I didn't go through all the pain that I went through this year, I'd still be comfortable. And if you're comfortable, you don't move, you know? Right before everything happened, I was comfortable. So an advice that I'd love to give people or even beginners is just don't get comfortable. Keep playing around in that uncomfortable area and just push yourself.
That's amazing. Very admirable. One last question. Let's just say that there's this warlock that's telling you, we need your help and you need to travel to our dimension because only you can help and save us. And you're going to be out for a long time. But before you do, before you join us and do your superhero things, because we need you, please leave a piece of paper and write free advice for the next person that can actually pick it up and learn from it. What are those free pieces of advice that you give to someone?
3 pieces of advice
Yes.
to someone that I would want to continue my legacy.
Or in general, like whatever, if they want to do something overall, like if they want to be the next Skrillex, or they want to start up with something, when new project, they want to be a new anime writer or a manga illustrator, give an advice for them to like pursue their career, pursue their goal, their dreams. What would those advice you would give to?
Any advice I would give is to first of all, respect yourself, be happy by yourself. So respect yourself. It all starts with you. It all starts with you, your mental health, your physical health, what you eat, what you feed your mind, and who you keep around. Reject and completely remove any toxic people from your life that hold you back or drain your energy.
Right.
Scout or just attract positive people, be positive, and take care of your mental health and physical health, and everything else will come. And the other thing is work hard, believe in yourself and your vision, have a vision, know where you're going, even if you don't know where you're going. Like I said, I went through a lot of pain and I learned a lot about myself. So you have to get lost in order to find yourself. It's not the destination, it's the journey. So have fun and just do your best. Believe in yourself. Don't listen to other people. Do your best and have fun.
I agree, man. They always play the long game, the long run. Like it's not a marathon, it's a marathon, not a sprint, And always believe in yourself, have that confidence enough that you're going to make it. And when your mindset is set to do something that you want to do, go do it. Fight for it.
Absolutely.
Get it.
Fight.
Do work some, like just achieve it. And once you get it, set yourself another goal. It's
Bigger.
like, I made it. Now let's go. Never settle. Now let's go to the next game. Let's go to the next game.
I like you, man. I like the way you think. I can connect to it.
Thank you. That's always got my mindset. Like, I said myself, I came from the island of Puerto Rico. I never thought that myself I will ever be performing at any of these festivals. And
there you go.
And work and collab with some of the biggest bass producers in the world, and I did it.
Absolutely, nothing is impossible.
Nothing is impossible.
The world is your playground.
Yeah, the world's your oyster, basically. Like if it's a living example that if we put our minds, our minds into something and we cannot do it, if we manage to do it, what's your excuse? You can do it.
The power
too.
of putting it into existence, manifesting it.
Absolutely.
And that's the whole meaning of the spiral. It's a symbol of the soul and how it spirals out and never stops growing. So it's like evolution as well, never giving up, keep going. The yin yang, you could see, it's all a matter of perspective as well. Because you could either see the black spiral, or you could see
the white
spiral inside. It's all a matter of perspective. The light and the darkness. You need a balance.
I agree. I 100% agree. Persevere, dedication. Have patience. Time will come, and hard work will always pay off. And always remember, humbleness above all.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Man. Definitely be humble.
Be humble, man. And being humble will get you farther than you can ever expect it. Guaranteed.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
everything. So we're gonna wrap this up, man. Lost Chameleon, thank you very much for coming into my show. I just want to let you know that you are my first artist that has come to my show that's outside of my circle of people.
Oh yeah? Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, because every other artist or every other person that I've interviewed up till now, I've been
It's people that you know.
it's people that I know that I've been around them since day one, and like we talk, we hang around all the time. So like you have been the first outside artist out of my circle.
Sick.
So
That's awesome, man. I'm really really glad to be part of the show. I like what you're doing, and it was fun, productive. I feel like I gained a lot from this, so
that's
it's been a pleasure, man.
That's dope, man. I'm happy to hear that, man. And obviously, when things gets even better for you, man, you're more than welcome to come over to the show and talk about more stuff and talk about more about the future projects. So
Oh yeah, I'm definitely making my way to Miami, man.
yeah.
I'm coming, bro.
One way or
I'm
another.
definitely-
All right.
I'm ready, man.
Let's
Stay ready.
let's go. So
Same goes for you, man. You already know.
thank you, man. Thank you. Before we leave, man, plug yourself out. Let the people know where they can follow you and what can they expect from you in the future.
Oh yeah, man. Just follow me on Instagram at the Lost Chameleon, Spotify, SoundCloud. I have new music coming out very soon. Some pretty big things that I'm working on. I've got the comic book you can read. Shit, I'm planning to be. I'm planning to take this very far. So this is very early in the journey. I feel like I haven't even started. I've just dipped my toes in the water. So we're gonna be big.
Let's go, man. And this is only the beginning, man. And you have a whole life ahead of you. And
Oh, yeah.
I know you're gonna make it, man. I know when I see people that they're like you, I know they're gonna make it, man. One way or another. You just have to keep going and not give up, man. And
Thank
because
you.
I know you gotta do it, guy. You're gonna do it. So thank you, man. Thank you for coming to the show. And thank you guys for listening. And remember, every week is a brand new episode with a brand new topic. So be sure to like and subscribe for your weekly episodes at the Lone Wolv Podcast. For SoundCloud, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and of course the YouTube channel at lonewolfpod.com. That's lonewolfpod.com. So guys, follow me. Let's get to 100 subscribers. If we get to 100 subscribers, I'm going to give you guys a free session of one of my old projects. So you guys can do a little remix contest. You can do whatever you want. You can even resample, sound designing, whatever the fuck you want. If we get to 100 subscribers, let's go. I'm going to give that away. So comment down below. Let me hear your thoughts. Share your experiences. If you guys got a certain topic that you want me to cover or you want Lost Chameleon to cover as well, we're more than welcome. Just comment down below and let us know, and we can cover this on the next episode. So thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Deuces.
Hell yeah.